Good day everyone, I am Ayla Shane M. Armas and here are my groupmates, Miss Jessa Mista, Marjorie Miru, Jamaica Ella Milanyo, Glenn Relano, and Mr. Jason Naval. We will present our observation report in Activity 2, which is My Ideal Learning Environment, and Activity 3, which is the distinctness of a learner in a diverse classroom.
Activity 2, My Ideal Learning Environment, Intended Learning Outcomes. At the end of the activity, the FS students should be able to achieve the following intended learning outcomes. Number 1, observe and assess various classroom management strategies that enhances learning. Number 2, distinguish the features of a school environment that is safe, secure, and conducive for learning. And number 3, design a school environment that is safe, secure, and supportive to learning.
To start, let's proceed to our group observation report. We identified facilities present in a school and we are going to share some insights about it and what contributes to the students' learning development. The first one is the office of the principal. Yes, it is available and it is the most beautiful facility. This room is clean, air-conditioned, and it can accommodate numerous faculty members. Will contribute to the students' learning and development. Why? Yes, because it is a way to give students good leader and positive role model.
The library is available. The books in the library are well organized, and there are bookshelves that are not filled with books. It will surely help in the learning and development of the students because the students can get information there when their knowledge on a certain topic isn't that broad. The counseling room is available. This room is also placed on the library. It was clean and quiet. It will surely contribute to the students' learning and development because the students may address their concern on something that bothers them and it may help their mental health.
The next one is the canteen or cafeteria. Yes, it is also available. This area is the most favorite of students. There's a lot of foods and snacks. It contributes to the students to make their thinking work better in learning. Medical clinic. Yes, it is available and it is a small yet clean. Medicine and first aid kit that needed for immediate treatment are available. It enhances students' wellness by providing health counseling to students, promoting the health and safety, and preventing illnesses.
The Audiovisual or Learning Resource Center is also available. It is a clean and well organized. It has 20 pieces of audiovisual for the student to use. It will surely help the learning and development of a learner because it helps the student in class to experience learning in different ways. The science laboratory is also available. It has a learning material such as a skeletal system. It will surely help the learning and development of a learner because they can experience how to do an experiment on their own with the guide of their teacher.
Gymnasium. Yes, it is available. It is clean, large, and covered location used by students for PE subject including physical training and athletic games and sports. Will it contribute to the students' learning and development? Why? Yes, because it helps them to acquire more skills and make them shine brighter in their field. Auditorium. Yes, it is available. It is where some events are being held including awards, ceremonies, and dance competitions. Will it contribute to the students' learning and development? Why? Yes, because it enables students to develop their artistic skills, performance to an audience, and enrich their cultural and educational experience.
The outdoor garden is available. The outdoor garden is clean and the ambience is good. Surely, it will help the learning and development of the students because it can calm and freshen their mind.
The home economics room. This facility has the resources that can help the students that are taking the tracks or the strand cookery. Will it contribute to the students' learning and development? Why? Yes, it is because the students are able to experience of what will be the real life in that field. They are able to gain knowledge through their experience. Comfort room for girls. It is a facility where the student should find comfort and can relax, especially if they keep it neat and clean. Will it contribute to the student learning and development? Why? Yes, it can develop the thinking of every student that comfort room should always be kept clean and hygienic. The comfort room for boys. This facility is well ventilated and the place where the students takes break. Will it contribute to the students' learning and development? Why? Yes, it can contribute to the students' development because the student will always keep in mind that comfort room should always be kept hygienic and clean.
Computer laboratory. It has 26 pieces and 2 tables for teacher. It can help to develop their skills and knowledge with computer software programs.
Are there other facilities you observe or remember that are not stated above? If yes, list them below. Yes, there are other facilities that we remember that are not stated above. There are school parks where the students can talk, stay, and hang out. The other one is the LGBT comfort room. Students should access the restroom that correspond to their sincerely gender identity. They have also a PWD comfort room. These accessible toilets that have been expressly created to better accommodate students with physical disabilities. Facility being offered to those with disabilities shall have equal access to restrooms that meet the same standards for those without disabilities. Describe the community where the school is located. The community where the school located is very collaborative. We believe that with the help and support of the community, the faculty and parents are actively participated to meet the needs of students in learning. In terms of the location, it is on the side of the highway. It is close to the police and fire station where the students can still find safety and guidance. It is also located near in town so that students access their needs in learning. There are carinderias and other food stalls and also various shops such as school supplies and computer shop in order to make their homework or reports, and many other things that they may use in school. What facility are found in the community that aid learning? There are some facilities in the community that support education and encourage students to become more productive on their learning. We have computer shops offers students needs particularly in paperworks. We have also the gymnasium and auditorium that plays a significant role in helping students to learn more and improve their health and other activities. It is also supports students' growth by encouraging them to exercise to increase their fitness and development endurance.
What are the classroom management strategy or strategies that we have observed? We have observed that Sir Jumel established habits and routines like prayer. Teacher Jumel motivates his students by using incentives and rewards, engages students through gamification, set academic expectations, and time management. Teacher Jumel visualized information through presenting or PowerPoint slide containing videos in order for students to familiarize what Teacher Jumel talking about. Teacher Jumel also build relationship among students and let students talk and share ideas to the class. He has the perfect tone, the behavior, and friendly tone so that the students will not get nervous and will friendly too. Lastly is the compassion of the classroom has a goal to learn more. They are listening and answering the questions. What part or parts of the lesson this management were utilized? The classroom management strategies were utilized in the part of the presentation, development, motivation, and application of the lesson. All throughout the lesson, the classroom management strategies are utilized.
When do you consider a facility useful or not? We can consider the facility useful when it is beneficial to students, when it aids in learning and development, when it provides effective and efficient learning, and when it fosters a positive learning environment. When do you say that a faculty aids learning? Cite some instances. We can say that a faculty aids learning when it is having a significance and usable to everyone, when it is used to collaborate, create, and enhance academic goals, when used to learn more knowledge in order to acquire new skills and foster personal progress. Like for example, students work together with their groupmates to make the plans for their academic tasks. They collaborate in sharing ideas and knowledge to learn from them, so that we agree that students meet their needs in learning with the school facilities provide. What is the impact of environment to the learners? Students' learning outcomes are significantly impacted by their learning environment. Students' learning outcomes are significantly impacted by their learning environment. Noise in school, unsuitable temperature, inadequate lightnings, overcrowded classes, unsuitable classroom arrangement are all potential distractions in the learning ability of students. Students who study in a positive learning environment can be increase their motivation, engagement, and general learning ability. On the other side, it will be more challenging for students to retain information and maintain their attention in bad learning environment, such as those full of distraction and uncomfortable. In light of this, as future educator, we examine how the environment affect the study habits and think about some of the finest ways to set up perfect learning environment. What kind of classroom management is conducive to learning? An authoritative management style in the classroom is conducive to the learning of the students, because having a comfortable physical place where the students may sit comfortably, see and hear what their teacher is saying, as well as interact with one another and their fellow classmates. The students free to ask questions and provide feedback, which helps to develop the learners to be competent and responsible. In that way, it can create a positive learning environment in which the teacher and students integrate and collaborate well, and as well as for the room improvement.
Yes, I would like to teach in the school environment that we just observed, because it is so nice and comfortable to teach there and so accessible in terms of the learning materials. If we are the teacher, we would make the environment conducive by having a clean, well-organized, and well-disciplined classroom for the student to be comfortable at. And we would like to have a wall display, visual materials, and any design for them to feel inspired and motivated to learn every day in the classroom.
Management is a very crucial in the environment of the student and keeping doors and regulations. By that, they would know what their responsibilities and what the teacher expects from them.
If you design a learning environment for your would-be students, how will it look like? Illustrate. The learning environment design that we would like to do is first, the classroom should always implement cleanliness for the reason that the students should always feel comfortable and safe inside the classroom. Second is a learning environment where the students are the center of learning. An environment where the students treat each other as team, equally, have unity, and that everyone can feel that their ideas and thoughts are important. A learning environment that focuses on their growth, where there are constant opportunities to showcase their talents and skills.
Activity 3, Distinctness of a learner in a diverse classroom intended learning outcomes. At the end of this activity, the FS student must be able to achieve the following intended learning outcomes. Number 1, describe the characteristics, needs, and interests of learners in a diverse classroom. Number 2, determine, understand, and accept the learner's diverse background. Number 3, identify best practices in dealing with diversity in the classroom. And number 4, value the importance of diversity of learners, including differentiated learning strategies, multiple intelligence, and learners with special educational needs in the inclusive classroom. This is our narrative report on Domain 3, Diversity of Learners, discussion or lecture. Thoroughly, our goal as educators is first and foremost to develop children into respectful, productive members of the society. We have observed the grade 10 Dalton class at Infanta Integrated School with our cooperating teacher, Sir Jumel Mirindo. We have observed the grade 10 Dalton class at Infanta Integrated School with our cooperating teacher, Sir Jumel Mirindo. We have observed there that all students are unique. Through face-to-face discussion attached to Domain 3 of Learner, Teacher Jumel wants each and every child to realize his or her potential and create a meaningful existence by using video presentation attached in his PowerPoint. During the session, Teacher Jumel is so active, lively, and has positive vibe that causes the learning environment also active and positive. The students there are ranges from 15 to 17 years old since they are in grade 10. We have observed that there are students who are participating well, and we think that those students are the active students in class while the others are just behind the discussion but they are good listeners. Students has various characteristics that individualize them to others. Students' gender, interest, culture, socioeconomic, religion, disabilities, and talents are only few characteristics that make them diverse. How much interaction is there in the classroom? Describe how the students interact with one another and with the teacher. Are there groups that interact more with the teacher than others? The grade 10 Dalton class that we have observed is very active, in which the student there is rich in exchanging their ideas among the class. We have noticed that the boys are more active than the girls. However, the grade 10 Dalton class freely expressed their thoughts and queries, as well as they able to answer the question that the teacher poses. From the beginning of the class up to the end, there is the interaction of the teacher and the student. Observe the learner's behavior during the conduct of the class. How do they behave and interact differently? As we had observed the conduct of face-to-face class, we saw how disciplined the grade 10 Dalton students are. You can see how they respect their teacher, also one another. The way they interact to their teacher Jumel is different from each other. Some show or express themselves in very long range of speaking, while the others show it on more brief but concise way. Teacher Jumel also entertained students in the class so that the outcome is very good and successful as we observe.
The students who participate actively are the boys. They raise their hand when they know the answer. They are also the ones who ask for help when they don't get what is the teacher saying, which is good because the teacher will know better that there are students who are willing to learn more.
The persons who played an important role in the classroom interactions are the teachers and the students. The teachers act as a facilitator and the students act as a learner. There are students that are attention seekers. They try to get the attention of their classmates or teachers. There are also students that act like a leader. They try to lead their classmates by teaching them on the subjects that they think they have less knowledge on. There are also jokers who try to crack jokes to lessen the heavy atmosphere that caused by serious classroom setup in the classroom. There are also pessimist students who think negatively for a certain situation that is being discussed in their classroom.
In the future, how would you want the learners in your classroom to interact? How will you make it happen? In the future, these are the aspects of a student's interaction we look for. The first one is to foster a warm environment where students feel welcomed and valued. We want also to set and express expectations, to be passionate, set suitable and reasonable goals. We want also to encourage students to interact positively with one another. We, as a future facilitator of learning, we will pay attention to the needs, abilities, and interests of the students so that they can actively engage.
In the physical development domain, in gross motor skills, the high school students are already aware of what they are doing inside and outside of the classroom, as well as on the campus. In fine motor skills, they are already cautious about what they write and draw. In self-help skills, they no longer require much guidance from their teacher regarding various tasks, as long as they understand the topic covered by their teacher.
In social development domain, in interaction with teachers, as we observe during the interlesson, the learners are able to interact with the teacher by sharing their ideas every time the teacher asks questions. Next, interaction with classmates. As we observe during the class, we saw that they are talking to their fellow students about the lesson, if they are also agree and share their same insights. Next, their interest. As we observe all throughout the lesson, the classroom environment is very active and collaborative. Whenever the teacher asks a question, the students can easily connect to the lesson so that they are able to keep up on the lesson actively.
Cognitive. First, communication skills. The learners are actively participate in discussion and also answering questions when the teacher asks them. They use both English and Filipino language. They also know how to collaborate with their classmates across friendly behavior. Second, thinking skills. Using ideas to interpret the information insightfully. They think very well and know already the consequence of their action. Third, problem-solving skills. They are enjoying answering what is being asked. The teacher asks question and let the student think to solve the question. And other skills, they have an ability to attain reasoning and think abstractly.
The age range of children observed are 15 to 17 years old. Salient characteristics observed. There are 38 students in the class, and once the class begins, they are all focused on the teacher discussing in front. The boys are more actively participating in the discussion, and sometimes they ask questions about the topic. Girls are more quiet inside the discussion while boys are more likely to recite. The implications to the teacher learning process. The teacher should also call other participants in their discussion, and that will bring more idea about the topic. The teacher should also call those who are not reciting to or in order for them to bring out their confidence and share their thoughts and ideas.
Yes, I do recall my experiences when I was at their age. I was a shy or introvert person even though I know all of my classmates. But in terms of recitation, I only raise my hand once or the teacher calls me to answer his or her question related to the subject. And sometimes, I got so insecure of my classmates because they are so vocal to say their ideas.
I cannot forget my teacher when I was in senior high school because she encouraged me when I was having trouble with my grades. I was failing and I thought about giving up, yet she talked to me and let me open up my problems. She was physically present when I was needing someone to talk to, and she made me feel like she will not judge me if I let her know my problems. She cheered me up and she boosted my self-esteem to become more sociable. She made me courageous enough to face and conquer my fears, and it made me become a better person.